you are getting married. Congratulations and wish you very happy married life. And after printing invitation, you're asking me, what is marriage? So, in Sanatana Dharma, we have defined 16 samskaras. Shodacha samskaras, it's called. So, Shodacha samskara is a process of purification. All of us are born with some adnana and some past life samskara, vasanas. So, the entire human life is considered as a journey of purification. Samskara means refinement. Okay, it comes from the word refinement. So it's like this. If you take 1 ton of gold and refine it, 1 ton of mud and refine it, 1 gram of gold will come. So similarly, human life can be refined to gradually develop divine qualities and finally moksha. So out of that, the samskaras are very many, right from it starts from garbhadharana, okay, namakarana. So each of them done in a very specific way, it will purify the consciousness. It will help to evolve. Okay. Vivaha is a samskara. Out of 16 samskaras, vivaha is a samskara. It's a process of purification so that you can evolve. Okay. So now what is this vivaha? What is the marriage? All of us are born with the primal urges. What's called primary urges. There are primal urges means by birth we have those urges. Okay, what are they? Ahara, food, bhaya, fear, maituna, sex, and nidra. Okay, these are all by birth, it's there. They don't come. Okay, they don't have to learn. Rest of things are learned. Ahara is required. Bhaya, fear is there. Maituna, sex, and then we have nidra. These are the 4 basic things we are born with. Okay, out of that ahara we can understand to survive. So bhaya is fear. Why fear is there? Because the moment we are born, we gradually start identifying the body. When you identify the body, I'm a small body and universe, the whole universe is whole big. I have to survive with this universe. Bhaya is there. Ahara is for survival of the body. Nidra means sleep. Body has to be given rest. And maituna or sex is to extend the body. Okay. So our entire life is based on the body-based consciousness. Okay. We are always going around the body. Life starts with the body. We live around the body. Okay. Entire thing is for our whole life is centered on body. I am the body. How? You are going to office, work. Right? So why do you go to work? Take care of Papi paid ke liye. Right? So take care of my basically food. Khana, that what they call as 3 basic requirements, no? What is it? Roti, kapda, or makan. Shelter. So everything for body. So our entire life is body based. Okay. So then you get married. Why do you go to work? I have to take care of myself. I have to take care of family also. So, and I go to the doctor, health, right? And get up in the morning, look good. So our entire life is centered on body. Okay. It is not centered on God. Right? First thing in the morning, we get what to eat breakfast. Right? Daily, what is your primary thought? What to do? What to eat? What to do is for survival. What to eat is food. Right? And then family. I will take care of somebody. So all body only. Life is about body-based life. Right? So they say ahara, survival of the body, taking care of the body. Nidra, rest to the body. Maithuna, sex, to extend the body. Bhaya means fear, to make the to survive the body. So these are primal forces. Now, how these primal forces are coming? Primal means by birth the forces. The forces of primal forces are operating with us by birth. How these primal forces are coming? So, when the consciousness appears in the body, the intellect becomes active. The intellect does not know I'm consciousness. Intellect only can be able to get the data from the outer world. So soon it will understand I am the body. Okay. If I am the body, I have to protect the body. I have to take care of the body at any cost. There's no understanding that I'm not the body. I'm pure consciousness. I'm just there to witness the body. That understanding is not there by birth. Okay. So because I am the body, now the body becomes center of your life. Right? Your entire life is centered on the body. That's why you go to the temple. So go around the temple, Garbhagriha. Why? Some people say it's a good exercise in the morning. Again for body. The going around the temple is not a good exercise. It's called pradakshina. Dakshina means right side. Pradakshina means better right side. Because our left brain is ego. So, and it controls the right side. So our right side should be on the right side. Pra means right, better. Right of right side, which means not the body. My life should be centered around God. Otherwise, our life is centered around body. How do you center life around God? It's called service, seva. Right? That's why you go to temple. So entire journey of life is body centered. Okay. Now we have three the primal urges. Ahara, Bhaya, Nidra is called primal urges. Primal means it comes from basically from the nature. Right? So entire journey is to overcome these primal urges. If you live a meaningful life, so we are gradually coming out of that. Right? Out of the Nidra and Ahara, you can continue. Bhaya and Maithuna, you have to overcome. Right? Bhaya and Maithuna, you have to get over. Okay. How do you get over? Only by Jnana, you have to get over. But people don't get Jnana immediately. So to come to Jnana is very difficult. Okay, it requires a lot of maturity. That's why our Sanatana Dharma has 16 Shodash Samskaras, purification process at various stages. Each stage is designed to correct some aspect of life. Right? So the marriage is prescribed after Samavarta. Samavarta means graduation ceremony. Okay. If you remember our Jnana Jyoti, we did a Samavarta. It's called Samavarta is graduation ceremony. After graduation ceremony, you can do marriage. Okay. So now, what happens is in Gurukula system of education, Gayatri Upadesha is or Brahmopadesha is one of the samskaras. Brahmopadesha. Okay. For understanding that you are Brahman, and in Gurukula 16 years you live. Okay. Brahmacharya means a life dedicated to God. Okay. Life dedicated to God, you live for 16 years. So that's a Karma Yoga, Yajna, Bhakti you learn in Gurukula. So what happens is, in Gurukula system, if a soul is evolved, by the time 16 years completes, he says his desire for karma is gone. That's only happens in case of 1% or 0.5%, not 95. 19% still have vasanas. 99% will have vasanas. 1% of people are able to, they actually become free. Karma yoga, bhakti, and this thing will free. Then that 1% or 0.1%, the guru will evaluate and says, now you take sannyasa. So he can, from Brahmacharya ashram, he can go to sannyasa ashram directly. Okay. Now what happens? Bali sannyasa is taken. That's not, Bali sannyasa is not with the adequate preparation. There what happens, 16 years is observed. Okay. Then the Guru feels that, okay, and this Shishya says, I want to take sannyasa. Then he is sent to sannyasa ashram. So that time, he is given the teaching of Brahma Sutra. Or 99% of students, they say, I want to get married because Kama is still there. Then they are told Kama Sutra. Just like Brahma Sutra, this is Kama Sutra also, how to have a married life. See, our whole system was well thought out, educated. So you study Kama Sutra, get married. Now, what is the purpose of marriage? Okay. All of us have to desire to become better in life, right? All of us have desire to become better. Okay. We are not satisfied with any betterment. You want to continuously improve. But I want to become better. I want to become better. Okay. That's why you're trying to find a better half. So the desire to find better half comes from a desire to be better in life. That's why it's called better half. And I feel half. Why I feel half? Why do we feel half? Because we received one self from the mother, one self from the father. Mother is feminine and father is masculine. Okay. So two cells became four cells became 8, and after that, one day you become. Then as you grow up, either you become man or woman. Understand? So in a man, the woman half is missing, suppressed. Woman half which came from the mother is incomplete. In woman, the man half which is coming from the father is missing, reduced. Because ultimately you should develop the characteristic of the man or woman. Woman will feel I'm incomplete because somewhere the father aspect is missing. Okay. And boy will feel incomplete because somewhere mother aspect is missing, not developed. Understand? So actually, typically, girl children have more affinity to father, and girl children to father, and boy children will have more affinity to mother, because they instinctively feel attraction is that the feminine aspect of me has to develop, or masculine aspect of me has to develop. That's why I'm incomplete. So you're looking for incompleteness in the outer world because you have become body. Okay, bodily you're actually either become man or woman, but you have to develop feminine characteristic or masculine characteristic. So that's why you're looking for a company. So that's why you're looking for a better half. My half is missing. Okay, that's where the attraction starts. That's where karma starts. Desire. Desire is to become better half. Desire to acquire the better half. So that's why the marriage is to find the better half. First principle. It comes from a primal urge. I'm the body. Okay. Then there's urge in the body. Urge also. Another urge. The primal urge is I'm the body. So deep inside, we know we are eternal. Satya. Deep inside. Intuitively. Right? That's why in Yaksha Prashne, Dharmaraja asks, Yaksha was asking Dharmaraja, what is the most astonishing thing in the world? Dharmaraja says, the most astonishing thing in the world is everybody in the world is dying, but still nobody thinks of their death. Because intuitively, right, everybody is dying. Intuitively, I feel I will be living tomorrow. Yeah. Right? See, anything we do, we have a belief that I'll be alive tomorrow. If you don't believe that tomorrow I'll be alive, how will my life will be today? No. If I believe that tomorrow is my life ends, or tomorrow there's no life, today I live in a much more meaningful way. I'll do all pending actions. I'll complete. I'll live life today fully. Right? So nobody does that. Everybody thinks that they will not die. Their death is far away. That's because deep inside we are know that we are Sat. We are eternal. Deep inside, intuitively. But intellect says I'm the body, that's why I'll die. In society also you see people dying, and that death is coming from the concept of body. Understand? So now the body, associating the body is confuses us, but intuitively we know I am Atma, I am Brahman. eternal. So there's a conflict. Now, I want to achieve my potential of eternity. How do you do that? You cannot become eternal with body. Okay. So that's why people go to doctor, take care of medicine, build a body. They try to do best to maintain the body as good condition as possible. Because I am the body. But deep inside, I know I'm eternal. So how to make the body eternal is the business of human beings. Is the challenge of human being. Is it possible? It is impossible. And people try to make the body eternal. How? They'll put what is that? Plastic surgery. Okay, do something. Put some face powder. Okay, and women get offended if what's your age? If you ask, they'll get offended because the moment you say, they'll think of body. So somewhere our life is centered on body, right? So now, how to make the body eternal? That's why all research in the world is how to keep you alive for longer time. To the extent that, okay, if I'm not alive, let me be alive after death. So that's why people say they put in Russia, there is if you pay $100,000, they'll freeze your body in what you call as cryogenic engineering. So the hope is that one day science will find a technology to give life to that body. Right? That's a cryogenic engine, burial in the cryogenic engine. So then other religions, they bury the body because they don't want to let go of the body. Somewhere after death also, they have hopes. So that's why they put in the body in the ground. Whereas Sanatana Dharma, body is not me. Immediately after death, body is offered to 5 elements of nature. Right? That's called Panchabhuta. So the body consciousness is less in Sanatana Dharma. In other religions where body consciousness is more, they'll either bury or they'll try to preserve the body. But it comes from the primary urge that I have to live eternally. Okay. Then people find some other technology also. If I am not living eternally, let my name be eternal. So they'll put a big name. This temple was donated by this person. Family name, some name, okay, or my art. I should be famous, or at least one street should have my name. Like that, they'll try to put something. Somewhere they want to extend their identity in the form of body also. Now the challenge comes. Each of the person feels half. Your body is also not complete. My masculine half is missing, or my feminine half is missing. A boy feels feminine half is missing. A girl feels masculine half is missing. They want to find a better half. That's where the marriage happens. That's why marriage is a purification process. Okay? Because when you marry, when you live together, gradually, over a period of time, the man acquires some of the characteristic of the woman, and woman acquires some of the characteristic of the man. They try to complement and try to become one whole. Right? So that's where you take a photograph at the time of marriage, boy and girl face. After 25 years of marriage, you take, both faces will almost look like. Because whatever you think constantly, you become that. So the marriage is a process by which you are constantly thinking of the missing half of you, feminine half or masculine half, so that those qualities will develop in you. That's first. So this is where it's called Mentapa Ardhanarishwara. Shiva and Shakti are one. Okay. Half masculine, half feminine. That's our life. But Shiva, you see, Shiva sitting for meditation, and Parvati is sitting for meditation. Right? Both are sitting separately. Okay. Only when they come together, Ardhanarishwara will become. That will be complete. So masculine half and feminine half have to join together. But outside joining won't work. Outside, if half come together, then other half will be born. One child will be born. Right? So they are trying to become one. But physically, when they become one, so there's one more life is produced. Okay. To complementary has to happen, understanding characteristic, bringing the characteristic. But in the process, nature has provided urge to create a child. A child will be born. Okay. So the marriage process itself, why it's purification? Because boy by himself, grown up in a family, ladla beta, loving son, so he's pampered, and he's a topper in school also. He feels in the top of the world. The ego is bloated, big. And girl, she is Miss Universe. So beautiful. Okay, everybody is looking at her. She also feels I am the top of the world. Okay, when two big bloated egos come and put into a room, two big bloated balloons, there they come. It's like putting two balloons, blown up balloons into a box. Somewhere you have to do adjustment. All right. So far, it is I, me. Okay. Somewhere he has to start learning we. Okay. That's why after 10 years of marriage, all people say, we are going, we are coming. I'll ask, which is this we? If you don't say we, you're in trouble. So I becomes we after marriage. So that's the purification process. Now what's happening is you're trying to, ego is bloated in man, ego is bloated in woman. At least ego gets halved or quartered in the marriage. So squeezed. You don't lose the ego. Okay, you get squeezed. So what happens is, earlier I was living for myself. Now I have to live for us. So in the process, you learn little bit of what you call as dropping swartha. Okay, selfishness you are trying to drop little bit. Now, if you have a bigger family, okay, so you are trying to live in a bigger family. So your ego should start dissolving to some extent. Right? It doesn't happen that way. This is an external pressure to make it happen. Okay. And after that, one child is born. Now, what is half? Now has to become one third. Each ego becomes one third. Because your earlier husband's life is centered on wife, wife's life is centered on husband. Now, both of life has to be centered on child also. And child is a big commitment, 20, 30 years commitment. Right? So, I, we, and ours. Right? In earlier days, we used to say, hum do, hamare do. So, I, we, ours will come into picture. That means actually whatever you claim as yourself has to be shared between 3 or 4. So that way itself is a reduction of ego. So basically, gradually ego has to be reduced. But I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect, Dana has not come. Dana has not come. Only ego is getting shared. So then a grahastha, when you get married, they do saptapadi. Saptapadi means 7 steps. So that's where husband and wife are promising to each other that in dharma, artha, kama, moksha will walk together. Okay. Now, out of them, moksha is most important. They don't know. So all of people are getting married because of kama. Kama means desire. Desire is what? I'm incomplete. Incompleteness. I want to be complete. That's the desire. Getting married. Okay. Of course, social pressure will be there. You're still not married. What about your friend got married? What about you? Social pressure also will be there. Finally, to escape social pressure, family pressure, and you have a desire also, you get married. So now, what happens is the I, we, ours will come into picture. I, we, ours. So this we have to further drop our ego. That's why grahastha is told, very good, you have a kama, you're getting married. Nothing wrong in that. Then immediately you have to put artha, because marriage is not going to be cheap. So your expenses will grow. So you have to have artha. Artha for what purpose? Kama. Desire you have to fulfill artha. And your needs will keep growing. Right? Earlier you were going a bicycle, bike, now you have to go a car, okay, bigger car. So your needs will keep growing. So your artha, you have to earn more and more money. So then your center is I, we, ours. Okay. Hum do, hamare do, or hamare ek. So your whole life is centered on us. So then first time in marriage itself, you promise, I'm getting married for kama. I need artha, but I'll keep dharma in front of that. Because in the process of earning, my ego will grow further. Okay. So I'll do dharma. Dharma means charity, service. Whatever I earn, a portion I'll use it for myself, and some portion I want to give it out. So dharma is not an option. Dharma is a compulsory, and it's every day. That's called panchayatna. Deva yadna, Pitra yadna, Bhuta yadna, Manusha yadna, Rushi yadna. So you have to do daily, husband and wife. That's the purpose. Okay. And at the time of marriage, typically a boy will have one third sacred thread. So he'll put second sacred thread. Why you will put a second sacred thread is the question. So whatever is the principle of Vedas, Vedic literature, Vedas is if the women, girl children sometimes didn't have a Gurukula facility, residential facility. So then what happens? The father will teach the daughter the Vedic literature, Vedic, and what I call it, Jnana. He'll give. And he'll marry to a boy who is well versed in Veda, who has gone to Gurukula. Education for the girl child is done by the father. Now, sometimes your father is not able to. Then he takes a promise from the son-in-law that whatever I have learned in Gurukula, I'll impart it to my wife. I'll share my knowledge to my wife. So my wife is my student. That's why he's putting two threads as a commitment. So Vedic knowledge and traditional knowledge is being imparted from husband to wife. That's why you're putting two commitment. So you are marrying for the purpose of kama, but you need artha, earning. But artha and kama, dharma you put in front. Okay. By putting dharma, your whole purpose of marriage is to feel complete. It won't happen anyway. Okay. Right? Okay. Actually, you may feel more complete also. Before marriage, you'll be like this. After marriage, you'll be like this also. That's not the completeness. Bodily, physical completeness. Psychological completeness. Okay. That's why he said, do charity. Dharma. Pancha Bhuta, Pancha Deva Yadna, Pitra Yadna, Manusha Yadna, Bhuta Yadna, Manusha Yadna, you spend some amount you have to dedicate. And this has to happen every day. That's why husband and wife together have to do it. That's the commitment. So Dharma, Artha, Kama, we do it. Then we'll go towards moksha. When you feel complete, when husband and wife become Ardhanarishwara, they're feeling complete in themselves. Right? Others they're feeling incomplete. So man develops feminine characteristic, female develops masculine characteristic. Together they start being complete. So then you're ready for moksha. That's the purpose. Right? From incompleteness, moksha means you are complete, you are Brahman. Mind cannot accept it. Yeah. Right? Because I'm incomplete. So as you start maturing life, you start feeling more and more fulfilled or complete. If you are living a life of dharmic life, then you'll be ready for moksha. From grahastha now you are ready for next stage of life. Okay. So here, when you start feeling completeness, because dharma, artha, kama, then at a certain stage you have to retire from life. It's called vanaprastha. Vanaprastha means going to the forest. In literal sense, going away from society. Focusing more on when you are doing grahastha life, you have to work, earn money. Okay. You are actually what you call the swadhyaya. It will take less time, but more time is spent in, but you should not leave it. Rushi Yadna, you have to continue. Okay. You have to Yadna, you have to continue. Rushi Yadna, you have to continue. You have to continue your study of scriptures and teaching to the extent what is possible. If your life can be combined with both, that's good. But many people, it can't be done. So then what happens gradually? Then you say, I have come to a stage. My children are educated. Now I go to Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha means I move away from the city. So I can focus full time on meditation. It's called Vanaprastha. Meditation and teaching will become primary activity there. Then it becomes sannyasa. Finally, in Vanaprastha, husband and wife will be there. In sannyasa, individual will be there. It's in the ashrama wise. Okay. Internally, it's different states. Somebody can be brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha at a very young age also. Internally, I'm speaking of external life circumstances. Do not confuse the external social circumstance with the internal circumstance. Somebody who is very mature, internally can be a sannyasi by young age itself. Internal maturity. But social life is brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, ashrama. That's why in Saptapadi when you do, we'll be 7 lifetimes we'll be together. So is it out of love or it's a threat? Actually, it's a threatening. What is there saying? is marriage is the purpose of moksha. We'll work towards the moksha by dharma, artha, kama. If we don't get moksha, then our marriage is not dissolved. Next lifetime also will come. Agreement continues. How many lifetimes? 7 lifetimes. It is not 7. Every lifetime we make a promise of 7 lifetimes. So you are actually so people think it's out of love, 7 lifetimes are together. It's actually threatening. If you don't work for moksha, it will continue. 7, 7, 7. Puranapi janam, puranapi maranam, puranapi janni janam. Like that relationship continue. So, so marriage is, there are multiple dimensions of marriage. First dimension of marriage is boy or girl will feel more complete by masculine and feminine. Second thing is their ego will come down when they have to share. Okay, it's supposed to happen, but ego will be still there. That ego has to reduce because of dharma, charity. Okay, then if you continue to do Rishi Adna, Shravanaman Nidyasa, gradually be mature, so much mature that husband and wife will be together, ready for Vanapasta, means moving away from the city. And finally, they are ready for moksha in the form of sannyas. So, married life, you can convert into karma yoga, a service. Okay, from selfishness to service. Same work what you are doing, you can convert it as offering to God. So that's where there's a story of Kaushika Rishi in Mahabharata. Kaushika Rishi was meditating, and some crow shits on his head, and he gets angry at the crow, and looks at the crow gets burnt. Okay, so he feels very happy. My 10 years of tapasya, I have got so much of power. And he goes to a house to Bhavati Bhiksha, asking for Bhiksha. So when he goes for Bhiksha, the lady of the house, it takes some time to come out. Then this guy is angry, looks at her. She says, "Oh, Kaushika, I'm not a crow to get burnt." Then he says, he got surprised. How did this woman understand my mind? She is definitely wiser. She says, "I want to become your disciple." She says, a monk becoming a disciple of a woman society doesn't accept. Then he says, "What did you do?" He said, "All my household activities I did as an offering to God." So your life can be converted to offering to God. So the marriage is a beautiful opportunity for karma yoga, a service. If you understand everything in marriage is for my purification, that's why marriage is considered one of the samskaras for purification purpose. So do karma yoga, do everything as an offering to God. Okay. So in the early days, there was a very what you call pativrata. Okay, the concept of pativrata. So now in the modern young girls, they think, oh, pativrata means what an old stupid concept. What kind of pativrata is this? The pativrata means, pati means comes from the word palayati. Palayati. So one who takes care of me, protects me. So one who takes care of me and protects me through the husband is Ishvara. So pativrata means whatever work I am doing, I'm offering to Ishvara through husband. That is the meaning of pativrata. So then what happens if you take that attitude, everything what you do in your life becomes a puja, a purification. So marriage becomes a purification. So dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Marriage, moksha is the purpose of marriage. If you get stuck in artha or kama, don't go to dharma, then there's definitely a contract clause in the marriage. 7 lifetimes I'll come behind you and chase you. So is it clear? Any questions? Now you have signed up for marriage. Invitation card has come. So you understood marriage. What is marriage? Marriage means it comes with responsibility. And it's good to have responsibility. Because the more responsibility you are able to take, more your inner growth will happen. Okay? Those who don't take responsibility, they cannot grow. So marriage is an opportunity for you to grow internally by taking responsibility. Responsibility is never a problem. Responsibility is a joy. Because when you take responsibility, understand the responsibility is given to you by Ishvara, okay, for your evolution. The work which you are doing will become a worship. Others becomes hardship. If you don't understand the 4 dimensions of marriage, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, moksha dimension if you don't understand, dharma dimension if you don't understand, marriage will become hardship. Okay. See, the modern society, they don't have this clarity about life. So marriage is become for a kama only or artha only. Then what will happen? It will become very, very limited. That's why stress develops in marriage. Ego doesn't get dissolved. Ego gets hurt in marriage. That's why divorce happens. Right? So each person in marriage, both of your goals should be aligned. Otherwise, each will be pulling in other directions. I met 2 people came for a counseling to me in America, husband and wife. The husband was born and brought up in America, and wife was born and brought up in Gujarat. They had child also. The husband is coming and saying, "I'm very stressed out." Okay, and he's so stressed out that he had a kidney problem also, blood pressure increased, kidney problem also. Why he is saying? See, I was born and brought up in America, but I was a member of ISKCON in America. Right from childhood, I have chanted God's name. I feel that life is for realizing God, Krishna, service to Krishna. Then I married a girl from Gujarat, which is a state of Krishna. And I wanted to bring Indian culture to my house. Okay. This girl has a different understanding of life. She wants to have American life. Alignment is not there. Alignment has to happen at the material level, right? Everything alignment has to happen. No, spiritual level, there's a spiritual, no alignment here. So the girl says, I have come to America for enjoy American life. And this girl doesn't wear a sari. So this fellow feels hurt. Christian woman, or rather, a woman coming to American woman coming to ISKCON, they wear a sari. So this girl is refusing to wear a sari, and she wears a miniskirt. Okay. On her birthday, he gifted a sari to her, and she threw the sari and purchased a miniskirt. So he's so hurt. The spiritual element is not there. The girl is looking for artha and kama. This guy is looking for higher value. That's where the conflict comes, right? The conflict will, that's where the marriage stress will happen. That's where Sanatana Dharma says marriage is not for artha and kama, marriage is for dharma. The primacy is given to panchayatna. For that you have to work. What is solution? Husband wife case. I don't know to tell solution now. Okay, but what happens is see, the understanding, the maturity of understanding. That's what Saptapadi is about. 7 steps. Okay, you're please when you're doing Saptapadi, you're actually signing a contract, which lasts for many lifetimes. 7 steps: dharma, artha, kama, moksha will go together. If you don't fulfill, again 7 lifetimes will come together. It's a contract, right? So the alignment is required. That's why when the alignment is there in marriage, both husband and wife first moksha, work towards moksha. Dharma becomes the means, artha and kama becomes the support. Then life will be beautiful. Such a marriage is much better than sannyasa ashrama. Understand? Sannyasa ashrama, a married life where husband and wife are together or working toward moksha with dharma in mind, artha and kama as subsequent, as a follow-up. Such a married life is really ideal for enlightenment. You know why? Reason is sannyasa ashrama when you take, that's the ego. A man has ego, woman has ego. When you take a sannyasa ashrama, sannyasa means what? I am Swami. Everybody comes to us, does namaskara. Where is the opportunity to get the ego to dissolve? Right? Of course, they surrender to Guru and do something. I'm saying if it's not mature enough, so the ego doesn't get dissolved. In fact, ego gets boosted. And you sit in some isolated place. All right? In married life, The puncturing of the husband's ego is given responsibility given to wife. Morning you puncture. Wife's ego is punctured by husband. Both people's ego is punctured by children. And everybody's ego is punctured by society. So it's ego puncturing mechanism is built into marriage. But if you are clear, marriage is for dharma, artha, kama, moksha. The married life is considered as very ideal for mukti. That's why all our rishis were grastashramis. Any other questions you have in regarding marriage? Okay. So, anybody has a question on Zoom?
Illa Guruji.
There's an opportunity for earning. There's an opportunity for serving the society, service, dharma. And when you're earning, a lot of conflict will come. Life is not easy. In that conflict, you have to gradually develop Shamadama, Titesha, Uparti, Shraddha, Samadhi, you have to develop fully. So, Grahastha Ashrama is considered as very good ashrama when dharma, artha, kama, moksha work together. When it's only artha and kama, it will be problem, stress. So, if there are any other questions, so wish you very happy married life.